Hi, I'm Abe Peck. I'm the editor-at-large of Inside Unmanned Systems, and we have Alex Shkolnik of LiquidPiston and several of his toys. Which our joke was Toys R Us is closed, but LiquidPiston in Connecticut, right?
Yes, sir.
Is open. So, first of all, congratulations on the contract. Why don't you explain what we're talking about?
Yeah, thank you very much. So, we're a developer of advanced power solutions. It's based on a new, improved thermodynamic cycle. And this is a new kind of rotary engine called the X engine. So we started working with the DoD actually in 2016. We did some work with DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, and also with the Army. And that has led to kind of increasing interest from the Army. And there's a big push right now for, I guess, more capability from a smaller package.
Right.
They're looking to take the Group 3 Shadow UAV and bring that, kind of make it smaller, lighter, more nimble, and give it vertical takeoff capability. So we're working now with the Army on a new $9 million contract to develop this 25 horsepower heavy fuel variant of our engine.
And that's with DevCom ARL originally, Army
Yes.
Research Lab?
Yep.
So how do these differ, each of these?
Yeah, so this is the X Mini, and this is probably our most advanced prototype. This is at a technology readiness level of 6, and so if you go to our website, you'll actually see the engine flying in a parallel hybrid configuration. The really cool thing about this is it runs on heavy fuel, so it's configured to run on jet fuel or other fuels. We've run it on gasoline, we've run it on kerosene, even propane and hydrogen. So this was configured as a parallel electric hybrid, and we could actually shut the engine off mid-flight, and we could switch over to electric cruise, kind of a quiet cruise, and then restart the engine on jet fuel mid-flight.
That's pretty versatile.
Yes. So this is a 4-stroke naturally aspirated air-cooled variant of the engine, and the new one here called the XTS 210. This is a liquid-cooled 2-stroke supercharged variant. And so this is our first time doing a 2-stroke version of the engine. It's boosted and it can do altitude compensation. And I guess maybe let me just mention on the 4-stroke. So one of the really nice things about the rotary, there's just 2 moving parts, right? This rotor and shaft, and yet it behaves like a 3-cylinder engine, right? So very few parts. It's very simple, elegant design, and every time this part of the rotor comes over, you get a combustion event. So you get 3 combustion events for every revolution of the rotor. On the 2-stroke, both sides of the rotor are performing combustion. So now we end up with 6 combustion events for each revolution of the rotor.
Oh wow, that's great. So you kind of extol the virtues of heavy fuel. Can you go into those a bit?
On heavy fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean the military, the Army, they have a mandate to try to run everything on heavy fuel for logistical purposes. About half of our casualties.
Their trucks are running on it. So
what's that?
Their trucks are running on it.
Yes.
Right.
And jet fuel is the predominant fuel, and so they're trying to make everything run on JP8 fuel. About half of our casualties in recent conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan were supporting fuel and water logistics. Wow. So you imagine these convoys that are going around, they just make a really great target.
Of course.
And that's being reiterated now in the Ukraine conflict. So today's UAVs, unfortunately, between 5 and 100 horsepower, they really don't have good heavy fuel engine solutions. So this is a white space that we're helping to address.
So it would be small and medium UAS.
Yes, Group 2 and Group 3.
Yeah, right. And you've been doing R&D for 15 years?
Yes. Yeah. So the company is based on a new optimized thermodynamic cycle called the high efficiency hybrid cycle. So we've really been in pursuit of that cycle. The first idea was a LiquidPiston engine, and that's why the name of the company. So this is actually our 4th,
iteration.
Completely different engine architecture in pursuit of that cycle.
Oh, great. And you're in Connecticut?
Yeah. We're located in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I should comment, we're a technology company, so we have 84 patents on the technology.
Nice.
And we're in late stages of development now. We're going to deliver advanced prototypes to the Army late next year.
So this is being delivered next. This one you have your
This
hand
one will
on.
be delivered next year to the Army, and fairly well qualified, so it should be ready to bolt into
Right.
an aircraft and to fly.
And are either of these operable now?
Yes, so this one is
That's what I
flying
thought, yeah,
now.
right.
It's not commercially available, but it is in the stage where it's flying.
So you're really on the verge of a lot of good things, right? And,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So if so, it looks like you stayed in class at MIT and paid some attention.
Yeah.
So if people want to know more, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, go to our website, liquidpiston.com. We're reachable also. Just send us an email.
Great.
Partners at liquidpiston.com.
And anything you want to add?
No, I mean, we think that the market is very overdue for a disruptive innovation, right? It's been over 100 years since the engine has really changed in a market way. They almost got it with the Wankel rotary engine back in the 60s and 70s. Right. The Army Shadow UAV is flying the Wankel, but that engine, it never quite commercially made it. It had a lot of flaws, and by turning it inside out, which is kind of what we did here, we solved the challenges that the old rotaries have had while preserving its advantages of power to weight and efficiency.
Great. Well, good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, man. Thanks for coming over.
Appreciate it.